So I live in Reykjavik and I'm 20 years old. I'm from Bulgaria. I'm just up for anything, like depends. It could be just a sex date, it could be just to meet a new friend, it could be to, to meet the love of my life. I started with the dating websites when I was 14, but I was kind of afraid to meet someone. So the first time when I met someone was when I was 16. It was a sex date, supposedly. We just had to have sex and that's all. But the thing is that when I arrived at the place of the guy, at some point someone started to knock on the door and then to try to break the door. But the guy told me to be really quiet and not to pretend that we are not there. He opened the door and then suddenly this guy came into the room and started to shout at me like, "What are you doing with my boyfriend? I will beat you up, blah blah blah." And I was kind of shocked. It was my first experience. I was really shocked. Actually, once was that I went to this person's house, and the second time this person came to my house, I just kind of try to convince myself that I like the person, because it might sound weird, but I was thinking that it's too rude just to say no, so actually I had sex with them even though I didn't like them so much. No, I never tell them, because I think that it's not very nice just to tell them like, oh, like you don't look like on the pictures, you're a bit uglier or something like this. No, and I don't say it, I just, like I pretend that everything's fine and see what happens. Yeah, I usually we don't meet for a second time, because for me it's kind of disappointment. So I think that here the people are not so straightforward, because when you are in Sofia, they write you hi and they put a picture of their penis. And here it's a bit more, like I think people, at least in the beginning, at least when they say hi, they don't start with this. I think that people here are a bit more tactive. They have some tact. I think that one of the most important things when you use these websites is to never expect anything. You should try to be very flexible, because if you really expect something from every person, you could get really disappointed almost every time.